Alright, what's up guys? Colin back here with another video. Today, you're going to be getting my thoughts on Grayzone Warfare. If you don't want my thoughts, click off the video. It's that simple. I don't want to see no negativity. If I see it, I'll kick your ass out of the comments. Nah, I'm just playing. Alright, I've had about 10 hours to dive into Grayzone, and I think give some pretty good thoughts. You know, I still got a little bit of time to play before I have a full opinion, you know, because I haven't touched everything until I can see everything for myself in my own way. I'm not gonna speak on everything. But first, we're gonna get this right out of the way. The issues. The issues are simple. I think it's performance and slightly it could be the servers. Sometimes I can't tell. Me personally, I'm gonna be showing clips. There was times where my FPS was in the dumps. It was low. But the more I played, I stopped having these issues. My FPS started to consistently smooth out. I'm playing on a laptop. I think it has a 4060 in it. It's 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes DDR4 or 5 maybe. I think it has an AMD CPU. It's not incredibly beefy. So I was a little worried when I started playing, but fooling around with some settings and exploring the map helped my changes. Exploring the map, loading the parts of the map by just walking or even heloing, it smoothed my game out. I started getting huge jumps in FPS, and it was staying up there. It was no more down in the dumps. There were times where my FPS would drop, but sometimes I couldn't tell if it was latency. As you're seeing in the other video, I was playing on UK servers. I am based out of NA East, but I was playing on Europe West because I was playing with my friend from the EU. So I will suffer a little bit of latency to play with a friend, but I don't know. Me personally, that's not an issue for me. Listen, I don't want to harp on performance for every second of this video. Now, I get it. There is people with some pretty beefy computers that seem to be saying they were having issues. What resolution were they playing at? What settings? Did they try lowering their settings? Me, honestly, I never play a game in 4K. I'm always usually playing in 1080p. I have the option of like maybe a single player game, sure, I'll play it in 4K, but any FPS, especially like a kind of PvP focused game. This game has a lot of PvE, but you know, PvP is it's the way, right? Where you're drawn to PvP. It's what makes gaming fun. You're gonna want to have that higher FPS, so maybe you shouldn't play in 4K. If you can't not handle not playing in 4K, don't fucking complain. Go play something else. Go play Minecraft. Okay, I'm just joking. I know people are very sensitive on the internet these days, so I'm not going to try to offend anyone. There are people with lower end graphics cards and computers. I used to be one of them for a long time. I remember when I first got into PC gaming, I always had a low end computer, and I was not able to play the games I wanted to play. And then I got a better PC, but then I had to move, so I have this laptop. But the laptop's running great. I'm able to play the game. And you know, I feel their pain. For some of these people, it's time for an upgrade. That's the thing about PC gaming. You have to, not constantly, but every few years maybe, you have to upgrade parts of your computer or just get a new one if it's that crazily outdated. People have their problems with the pre-built versus building it yourself, whatever. Do what's best for you. Buy something that's in your budget that can run the games that you want to play. Now I get it, the economy's tough, but I mean, don't try to play these games that you know your computer can't run. And I know that sounds bad. They should optimize. You're gonna say, oh, they should optimize their game to let it run on my computer. In a perfect world, that happens. But come on now, what other games are playing on such low-end PCs at a high frame rate? So enough about performance. What are my thoughts on the game? They are on to something special here, I'm telling you. First stepped foot into the gray zone and wasn't having issues, I could feel it. I could see the idea that I think the devs see. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly what the devs are thinking. Maybe the devs are like, oh, give me money. You don't know. I'm not a developer. I've never worked in game design, so I don't know. But I can see the idea that they have. This persistent world they have. This massive map, 3 factions, the Grayzone, the importance of PvE leading into PvP. I see the idea. The gunplay's fun. The movement's fun. Every move matters. It's the difference between life and death. Madfinger Games is really on to something special in my opinion here. The gunplay's fine. The environment is amazing. I was playing on a little lowered graphics, and so I could get a little bit boost in FPS, but when I did up my graphics to get that visually stunning game, the world is amazing. The details and the lore that the devs have put into this game, the map design, is incredible. The sounds, I'm still hearing the frogs in my brain right now. Y'all might not be able to hear them, but I love it. The mosquitoes buzzing, the flies, everything. Playing with my friend Reese, exploring the map, is probably the funnest I've had in gaming in a long time. To be fair, I've taken a huge backstep on gaming. I haven't streamed in months. I don't really upload videos at the speed that I want. I think gaming is definitely taking a backstep in me, and that's fine. Gaming has always been about enjoyment. When you're not enjoying games, don't play. You know, there's times where I have a better enjoyment just walking outside or in the gym versus gaming, and that's fine. Everybody, do what you want to do. Do not play games because you think you have to. And I think that's why so many people have a negative view of gaming, because that's all they do. If all you do is game, you're not going to have a positive outlook on it. I don't know if y'all can hear this music, but it's vibing right now. I have some music playing in the background because I know my voice is probably annoying as fuck to listen to. But you're going to listen to my thoughts. Now keep in mind, my opinion is coming from a gamer's point of view. I'm not a gamer playing games all the time, but I've been a gamer my whole life. I've been playing since the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, or the original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PC, everything. The Wii, Game Boy, I've played it all. I've played so many games. I've played competitive games, I've played story games, RPGs, it doesn't matter. Gaming is fun. Man, I'm talking too much. This video is probably going to be so jumbled together. I'm so bad at doing this now because I've just been doing so many other things. I'm going to add a few of my nitpicks in here. I hope the stash has a sort button. I did tweet at the developer, and he actually commented, and he said that they're working on it. It's not a huge pain, but it is a pain, right? Like, it's just a quality of life. I would like to see that added sooner than later, but I mean, it's not make or break. I can always move it or play Tetris. I play Tetris in Tarkov, and it has a sort button. People calling this the Tarkov killer, sure, call it the Tarkov killer. I'm not gonna call it the Tarkov killer, because for me, Escape from Tarkov and Grayzone Warfare are not even close to the same game. One is loading cheating simulator, and one is a beta of something that could be amazing. I say could be. We don't know yet. The game is still early. But from what I'm seeing, this game, it's what I want. On the faction system real quick, I know a lot of people, they're joining a faction without learning that, hey, you can't play with your friends if you're not in your faction. And I wish that people would actually read that clearly. But on the other hand, people don't read anymore. Come on now. So maybe the developers can honor a system to maybe you get a character reset and you get to choose your faction over it. I wouldn't mind that. I'm staying in the faction that I'm in, the main gang for life, baby. Look, I'm not gonna pretend to be one of these YouTubers that think they know everything about gaming. They make hundreds of videos. Their channel's about reviewing. That's fine. Go watch them. But this is a gamer's perspective. I play it pretty much any game in every game. It's gaming for me has always been an outlet just to enjoy times with friends, especially not living where I've lived my whole life. So I'm able to still play with the people and talk to them on a regular basis, even people across the world that I've been friends with for years. And you get to keep having these friendships over just text or sending each other the occasional TikTok video, which I mean, or Snapchat, etc. But from the short time I played Grayzone, I'm gonna sound like a fucking meat writer, I guess, according to the internet. But the game is great. Obviously, performance isn't there. Optimization maybe isn't there yet. Would I like more FPS? Of course I wouldn't. Who says they don't want more FPS? But the game's still early. I would hope that optimization comes. But seeing some of the comments that, you know, I'm not surprised that people post on like Twitter, or they were doing like in the Steam developer broadcast. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot the world's a fucking terrible place for 10 seconds. I mean, like, people like just sending asinine comments. People can think what they want, but people are just fucking stupid. Let's be real. And they can just hide behind the screen, right? I'm gonna tell you what I fucking think of you, right? The bots are a little spongy at times. But there's times where I'm shooting them one shot and they're dying. So that I don't know if it's a server thing or they could be bullet spongy. But Grayzone Warfare is on to something special. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna tune back in every time they have these updates, see what the game's changing, and I mean, I wish the developers the best. I'm gonna be critical when I think something's wrong, but I'm not gonna rag on them and just be negative. You know, I'm not a game developer. I don't pretend to know what game developing is like. I'm just a gamer that's gamed pretty much his whole life. The game's good. There are problems, but experience-wise, it's probably one of the funner games that I've played in a long time. And I hope to keep playing. Peace.